Because they don't respect men. I'm just giving it to you forefront, brother, so you know what you're going in.
I am so sick of men. I am so sick of y'all's ass. The majority of these men are either, all, as far as I'm concerned, all of these men are either cheaters, will physically, emotionally, mentally you. They will disrespect you. They are on the DL, bisexual, gay, whatever.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought, damn, that's sexy. And that's my problem.
They don't know how to make plans. They don't know how to be good communicators. They don't know what they want. And they act like children.
Lots of things wrong when it comes to women. I'm not a devil, and by no means am I a monster.
Oh, Lord, I know it. If she says something intelligent, I'll give her credit for it. But I'm willing. There's gonna be some dumbass shit.
I'm going. I want my money right now.
Don't get your money. Don't worry.
The arrangement is over.
No kidding. No kidding.
I'm not just having sex with one, not two, but 3 different guys. That's right. I'm a player, but that's cool because I got it like that.
We're the leftovers, Kendra.
Who's the leftovers?
We're the leftovers, and I saw it. I read an article.
Who's the we? Who's the we?
They said that anybody above the age of 30 are leftovers.
Honey, I'm not leftover or nothing. I'm a specialty. So let me tell you something. I'm trying to be kind.
This concept of I could do better, bitch, at least 85% of men who approached women were really out of the woman's league. For the only thing that kept a woman in a league was because she looked a little cute and she might suck a dick. That was it. At least 85% of men who have approached 100% of women were out of the woman's league, for real. Like on some real shit, not just, looking cute for that 5 minutes, but on some real, like on character levels, intellect levels, the man's out of her league.
Don't fuck with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo.
A lot of these men are sticking their eggplants down the throats of Billy's mouth.
You tell someone you're single and you look good, I'm riding around and I got a drop top for the summer, a truck for the winter, the work truck out front, and folks is looking at the outside like, why is she single? Why does she got? There's nothing wrong with being single. I'm single, sexy, happy, living and enjoying life. And when the right one comes along, by the grace of God, I'll know it and we'll move ahead from there.
Okay.
Did you know that 25% of women in the United States are getting treated for a mental illness? That means 75% of them are running around untreated.
Misogynist. As he said, misogyny is still real in our community.
I would say, number one, I know it's a shock to everyone, but sexism remains real and a very pertinent issue. But
Most people just don't want to deal with them because on average, they just are not good, genuine people to be around. They're good to look at. They're good to work in brothels. They're good to, try to take over a bar. They're good when they're handing you food as they're a waitress or they're on a call center call or something like that. But anything other than that, we really don't want 85% of y'all around. Just leave. It's sad to say, but it's the reality on it.
Women will continue to only hook up with the top 10% of men because there is literally no reason for them to mess with anybody else.
The most handsome man I had ever seen in my life, and I decided that he needed to be mine.
So he drops her off and tells her it's not him, it's her.
I can feel him running through my veins. He's still in me.
He was gorgeous. He was 6'3".
Oh,
He's
gosh.
been an engineer at Apple for 11 years and 39. He was way out of my league. And he did not ask for my number at the end of it.
Will I ever stop crying over emotionally unavailable men? No. But will I at least stop trying to date them? Also, no.
How come every time you have sex with someone, they leave?
Whatever you want. I'll cook for you, wait on you, make love to you. I can make you happy, Josh. I can make you so happy.
No.
Okay, because I'm the type of woman, I have money. I got my own money. I get my own bag. I don't got to deal with nobody's shit. So if you're treating me how I don't want to be treated, if you doing shit you ain't got no business doing in a relationship, we're done. know my worth, and a lot of people don't like that. They don't want you to know your worth and what you deserve. I do.
If you keep saying, "Oh, she's too masculine," what it means is you too feminine. If I got more bars than you, that's really a diss to you, not a diss to me.
You don't offer nothing here of other than an orgasm. That's about all you offer me is an orgasm. That's it. Okay, everything else is going to be a constant headache, nightmare, walking on eggshells, whatever.
I'm gonna be honest.
Everything else is going to be that. There is no benefit.
Tonight,
And after the orgasm, there's not much benefit, really, to keep one woman around too long.
Whatever happens in the end, I will be a strong, powerful woman. It's you. Bye, Stacey.
If she thinks it's anything less than the best,
That
then
is me.
it's not going to happen.
I'm always right in the end.
She has no problem attracting men, but the problem is she can't keep a man around because once they realize who she really is, they can't stand her.
And when she's a bitch, you let her know you've been a bitch. And if she get mad, look at the bitch being mad.
We have the ability to be somewhat what you call difficult. It's not difficult. We just have a baseline standard. And if you can't meet that standard, that's okay. A lot of men cannot.
This whole concept of women lowering their standard, bitch, you are the low standard. The fuck are you on about? I don't even lower my standard.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? We back. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Hold on. Yeah. Can y'all hear me? What up, Alk? Architect. Salute. All right. As soon as I verify that y'all can. Yeah, all right, we on. All right. Let's talk about it. A lot of men accept a lot of bullshit from women just for the sake of saying they got a bitch. And it really ain't worth it. It really isn't worth it. Most men probably don't have any type of strict standard when it comes to a woman. Just be female and just answer my calls and maybe give me sex from time to time. That's about it for most men. But let's get into this story.
Hey, what's up, my brothers? In this video, I'm going to be reading a sponsored request from a viewer here who titled it, "It's All Pointless," meaning relationships with women. It's a few pages long, but I think it's worth using this as a very good example, and I'll offer some insight and feedback on it towards the end on what I think about the whole notion of it's pointless dealing with women. Anyway, he says, "Hey Rich, I want to say that I wish I would have read The Top Shelf Men before I got in my last relationship. If you haven't read my most recent book, it's pinned below in the description. This relationship just ended the last weekend. I'll summarize it below. If I would have known about the 3 itties, I'll talk about that towards the end, I might still be with this woman. Although..."
All right, yeah. So Rich talks about in his book about how to keep a high value woman. Look, let me tell you this right now. If a man hasn't been married for 20 or 30 years with that woman acting right consistently for 20 or 30 years, I mean, granted, we're all human, we have flaws. The woman's not going to be perfect. We're not expecting a woman to be perfect. But if you can't write a book about how to maintain a quote unquote good woman for 30 years with her treating you right for 30 years living under the same roof, I wouldn't give any credibility to any book like that. About how to maintain frame and keep a high value woman respecting you and all that. Nigga, for what time frame, Rich? Because if you haven't put it in practice for 20 or 30 years, If you can't sit in this foreign car and tell me how you got your wife of 30 years in check and she treats you with the utmost respect after y'all been living in the same house for 3 decades, then what can you really tell me? Or even if you haven't been maintaining your live out girlfriend for 30 years with her respecting you, then what can you tell me? I haven't seen any examples of it, frankly. And I imagine it exists, but I just haven't heard the stories. I haven't heard it from anybody.
Though I'm glad it all worked out the way it did. I just wish your videos had been around when I was in my early 20s. It would have definitely shortened the learning curve in life. I love my dad, and he's a great counselor on money and all things business, but he was not the best with advice on women. But he was a product of generation and was taught to treat women like princesses. It's not his fault. He was working with the tools he had. On to the main story. I'm definitely not going to get married ever again. After getting completely blistered in my divorce 10 years ago, I learned I did not want to do that again. That's a story for another time, but I'm a relationship guy. I think men and women are better together. I've said this before, they're better together than they are apart. But that being said, I'm about ready to hang it up on this last experience. 2 years ago, I walked into my gym and I noticed a cute little brunette with a bob-style haircut. She had a friendly smile and a very sweet demeanor to her. I'm usually anti-approaching the gym because it's my space. I don't want to ruin it dating and hitting on women there. We'll call
Let's stop right there. This is where men go wrong every time. Trying to chase pretty. Pretty's not going to be a good person. Cute. Well, let me not say, well, noticeably cute is not going to be a good person. Give me I at best. Like, I don't want her to be a head turner. I want to look at her and be like, she's nothing to, write home about with looks. She's not bad looking. Let me talk to her. A good relationship might be able to come about from this. But okay, when I'm out in the world and I see a cute, pretty chick, the last thing I'm thinking about is, relationship. I mean, if anything, a thought might come up like maybe I can hit. But I already have that wisdom now. If she's noticeably cute, not relationship material.
her Rachel. Rachel was working with a trainer, a female trainer. When I saw her the first time, I went in and started my lifting. Every time I stopped to rest, I would look over and notice she was looking my way and she would smile. That's what we call an indicator of interest, gentlemen. So after my session, she was on a treadmill and I walked over and introduced myself and got her number. We began texting a lot. We had a lot in common and genuinely enjoyed the conversation. She was smart, funny, feminine, and very sweet. We set up a date. After the first date, we didn't stop for over 2 years. I'm sure I missed some red flags, but she treated me well. She cooked for me. She'd come over to my apartment and clean it while I was traveling, so I would have a clean space to come back to. She would bake me cakes on my birthdays and just at random times to bring in to my team in the office. She would DoorDash coffee to me when she knew I was busy at work and couldn't stop to get one. All markers of genuine burning desire that you talk about in your first book. Now, she was a single mom of 3 kids. I know.
Of course, we got to stop there. See, and this is if a bitch is cute, men throw their if a bitch is cute, men throw their standards out of the window. See, dating 5s and below, it really helps you maintain your standards because like she ain't really nothing crazy to, or let me put it like this, she's not really anything spectacular to look at, so she damn sure got to be coming hard in the other areas. It helps you keep those standards wrong. If a bitch cute and you like the way she look, you gonna ease up on those standards a lot of the times. If a bitch just a 5, you ain't gonna ease up on those standards. It's like, bitch, pick a struggle. A single mother of 3. And this isn't some 25-year-old man. He's been divorced, been put through the ringer, and some more shit. Like, yeah, he should know better. The single mother of 3, man. Salute to the Hebrew. Um. Okay, so a single mother of 3. What's my thoughts on if you should fuck with her at all, even as a live out girlfriend or even as just like a casual fling? Um, Single mother of 3. That's a rough one, man. I mean, I guess a casual fling, like if you just want to have some fun one night and you got a babysitter and you ain't got no other dudes on your line and you just want to kick it, once or twice a month when you get a babysitter, fine. Don't be door dashing me no coffee. I don't want you baking me no cakes. None of that. Call me a couple times a month when you free on Saturday and Sunday, and we can watch a movie. Fucking, you can get on about your business. That's the extent of it. Don't be asking me what I'm doing during the week and what I'm up to and all that. Because this ain't going nowhere, so to speak. Just let them know that up front.
In your first book. Now, she was a single mom of 3 kids. I know I shouldn't commit to a single mom, but I'm 47, almost 48, and live in a geographic and cultural South, so it's nearly impossible to find someone my age that doesn't have kids.
Okay, now let's talk about that real quick. He's essentially 50 years old. So yeah, trying to find a woman without kids in I guess a small rural southern town. It's basically, yeah, I can see how that would be hard. Um, that I feel for dudes trying to date 40 and up who aren't interested in dating women 25 ish and under. So, 40 and up men who want to date women 30 and up. That's a rough batch to be trying to pick something decent from. A rough motherfucking batch. I mean, obviously there's exceptions to the rule. But like when you think about history, the little I know about history, um it was damn near unheard of for a man to deal with a woman over a certain age, even if he was 50. I could get. I'm no historian, but I just from my basic understanding of history, men didn't date older women. Period. Even if he became a widow at whatever, or a widower or whatever it's called at 50 and 60. But let me Google it. I'm gonna AI it real quick. Let's see what it says. Okay, yeah. It says yes, relationships spanning these age dynamics have existed throughout human history. While young men and older women were less common and sometimes stigmatized, older men dating women in their 20s or 30s was historically the societal norm in many cultures. I mean, yeah. you know, Dating a woman outside of her 20s is just a recent phenomenon as far as our human history. Probably the past 100 years. Probably not even 100. What, past 50 years, 60 years? Let me AI that real quick. Bear with me. We're gonna get back into the video. Let me see. In what decade did it become normal for men to be dating women in their 30s and 40s and 50s? When did it become normal for men to take women serious in the dating market in their 30s, 40s, and 50s? Oh, yeah, it says it right here. It says, hold on. It says, men taking women seriously in their 30s, 40s, and 50s became a widespread norm alongside the rise of female financial independence and dual career households. As women established their own careers and identities, men shifted from seeking traditional domestic partners to look for equal communicative companions who offer shared stability. So, over the last few decades. So, yeah, I would just say 50 years. Let's just say 50 years. It's about to be 2030. We'll say over the past 60 to 70 years. It's about to be 2030. So, the 60s and 70s. The whole time that we've existed as humans before that, it would have been considered ridiculous. You seriously dating a 35-year-old? That would have been absurd. And it still is. It still is. You dating a 28-year-old? Step your game up. That would have been the narrative throughout human history. Damn, she 28, you dating a grandma. Let's just get back into it.
South, so it's nearly impossible to find someone my age that doesn't have kids. And I tried my hand at dating 20-year-olds, and I just don't like them. They're essentially retarded. Especially the pretty ones, he said. So I'm stuck dating single moms. But as I always ensure the kids are older and out of the house or almost there before I consider anything close to a commitment. That's fair enough. About a year in, we decided it's time to meet the kids. I have one as well, so we did that, and it all went well on both sides with the kids. And I started thinking that this might be a long-term, permanent situation. I wasn't perfect in the relationship. I probably let some things slide that I shouldn't have, but for the most part, I did the right things when it came to relationships. I led, I set boundaries, I checked her when she would test them. For example, we had to talk about being serious, which she initiated. I let her know that two of my boundaries were no girls' trips, and girls' nights would be given serious scrutiny. She agreed to everything we discussed, but about a year in, coincidentally not long after meeting families and beginning to stay at each other's homes, she brought up going on a low-key beach trip with her best friend. I let her know quickly that she's an adult, she's free to do whatever she wants to do, and that if that's what she chooses, I would not be in her life when she got back. She wasn't.
Okay, let's take it slow. So everything was going great for like a year, or either a year or 2 years, either way. Everything was going great. They met each other's kids. They start coming over each other's house, this and that. And then he told her up front he didn't really want girl trips and nights out with the girlies and all that. But year 1 or year 2, somewhere around there, she asked if she can go to some low key beach trip with the girlies. See, this is why you gotta check into a bitch's past. A lot of women could put on a nice girl act for a year or two. They can. They're gonna do everything right. This is probably a 30 plus single mother. Like, yeah, if they think they got their nails in you and you got some type of value to you, yeah, they're gonna do all the right things, say all the right things. But this is why you really gotta dig into a bitch past. First off, she got 3 kids by how many different baby daddies? But let's just say she was married and they all by the same man, which he didn't specify, but maybe in the white world is no, you know, you don't need to specify that. I don't know. Well, no, it's definitely plenty of white women with multiple kids by multiple different men too. But either way, You know, why did you divorce your husband, or why did you and your husband get divorced? Okay, when did you get married? Oh, 28? Interesting. What were you doing from 18 to 28? You really got to dig into a bitch's past because it'll tell you who she is. All the good people I know been good people pretty much their whole lives. I'm not saying people can't change, but most of the time people don't change. That's real shit. Like, think about it. All the good people you know, how many of them did a 180 at 28 or 35, 46? No. I mean, you can mature a little bit, but nah, man. All the good people I know been good people since high school. Um, but let's continue. So, okay, he told her, if you go on, you can do whatever you want, you grown, but if you go on that girl trip, I won't be here when you get back. Uh, I don't know how I feel about it. I get it. Does it automatically mean your woman's gonna cheat on you if she go to some trip with her girls? No, doesn't automatically mean that. Um, I don't know, man. I'm conflicted about it. I'm conflicted about how hard of a line to draw on that. Your girl want to go to Cabo with her friend. I mean, it's a little sketchy. As a single mother of 3, and I'm imagining she's at least in her 30s, and you still trying to go to girl trips to Cabo, you should be wanting to go places with your man or your kids at that age, at this stage in life. So I don't really know, man. I mean, it being frowned upon, I get, but I don't quite know if it should be a black flag instant deal breaker. Y'all let me know what y'all think below.
Whatever she wants to do, and that if that's what she chooses, I would not be in her life when she got back. She wasn't happy about it, but she decided not to go. And her girls' nights went from late night bar hopping with a group to just an occasional night at a wine bar with her best friend.
Well, let's stop right there. I mean, he said he ignored some red flags. So he said, she went from late night bar and club hopping with the girlies to an occasional wine evening from 6 to 7 or something. You got to pay attention to what a bitch was doing before she got into the relationship, because that's who she is. Like, I don't believe in changing a bitch. I believe in accepting you for what you are when I met you, and using my discernment to not even get in a relationship with you if who you are isn't aligned with who I want a woman to be before we even get together. I ain't trying to change you. Oh, you go to the bar every single weekend till 3 a.m. with your girls? Keep doing that. You ain't gonna be my girl. I ain't about to try to tame a lion, tame a hyena. Keep doing you. So I'm just pointing out where he went wrong. Everybody hit the like button if y'all want me to stay on 2 hours. I'm looking at me the $10 live stream goal. Cash App, PayPal, pinned to the top of the chat as well as in the description. Or you could do super chat, super sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box for Rumble and YouTube. Capo says, "What up, Capo? Salute to Capo. You've been watching my shit for a long time. Salute." Capo says, "This guy entertaining single moms is afraid to be alone." I agree. I agree. I mean, I don't knock him for. I mean, I ain't gonna say afraid, even though it is probably fear. I mean, I'm not knocking anybody for wanting some type of companion. We human. I'm not mad at them. I always do preach like men need to accept the fact that they may be alone for the rest of their lives. I get that you don't want to be. Nobody wants to be. We're human, but I believe in order for a man to move properly with women, he has to accept like I may end up without a woman, but I'm standing on my principles. What was I about to say? Capo says, "At what point do women grow up?" Serious question. Most of them never do. That's the bottom. Some do at different ages, but 80% of them will never grow up. What up, Divine Photos? Yeah, it ain't never gonna happen for most of them. A lot of men never grow up either. I mean, men grow up in the sense that we got to be responsible and we got to live in the real world. But I know a lot of immature ass men too. But we're not allowed to be immature to the level that women are allowed to be immature. Yes, all is well with me, Capo. All is well. Hope all is well with you too. Um. Let me see if. Hold on. I don't know if I'll. Well, if it's on X, no, I don't gotta. I don't feel like dealing with X, but if you can find a YouTube video or something talking about it, Divine Photos, I'll pull it up. But let's get back into the video. Basically, what I want to say is like you should be able to disqualify a woman for anything serious very quickly. So just off the fact that he knew that she went out late night with her girlies on every weekend or close to every weekend, that's enough to instantly disqualify her for anything serious. And if he didn't catch that red flag, the fact that she's a single mother of 3 kids, that should have been enough to know that this is never going anything serious.
Hopping with a group to just an occasional night at a wine bar with her best friend. As a note, her best friend is in her late 50s and married, so the nights at the wine bar were never more than a couple hours, and those only happened 3 times in the last 2 years. Fairly reasonable so far. To describe me, and this is not to brag, just to illustrate the point of the story, I'm 6'3", a competitive power lifter. I'm in good shape, broad shoulders, muscles, I earn 6 figures. Have a nice apartment, drive a nice car and truck, have my own hobbies and interests and friends. I travel for work. I am a 1L law student earning my JD on the weekends. I'm not sure what a 1L law student is. Maybe somebody can chime in the comments. Just something I've always wanted to do. Didn't make her my world. She was an important part, but just not the center of it. I've always said a woman wants a man with a sparkle in his eyes, but she doesn't want to be that sparkle. Sounds like he's doing everything right so far. I would plan dates and surprises, take her on work trips with me, plan vacations.
Well, he didn't do everything. No, he didn't do everything right, Rich. As I just pointed out, he damn sure didn't do everything right, especially as seems like a tall, handsome, successful dude, like dating a single mother of 3. See, a lot of dudes just got low self-esteem, even though they have all the markers on paper. They can still have low self-esteem. And how do I want to put? I just don't value women, if I'm being honest, guys. So whether I'm toothless living under a bridge or I'm a successful lawyer, whoever RB Sensei is, I just really don't value women, and I see them for what they are. So it's easy for me to like deem a bitch not worthy of me. Like, it's not to sound arrogant, but like I said, even if I was toothless under a bridge, like I just don't respect most women or see them as good people. So it's easy for me to just like disqualify. Like, nope. It's a very specific type I would ever fuck with. Hold on, I gotta take this call.
So let me get this straight, y'all. This is now the 3rd person, by the way, broke now, who cares? 3rd person, 3rd female who has told me that she met a guy and he was telling her how he don't chase women. He like women that show that they want him. Wait, what? What is going on today? The men want to be chosen. The men want to be chased. The men want to be taken out on the dates. I don't know what is going on, and I don't know about you, but I refuse. I would never, ever, ever chase a man. In fact, I have just been told just naturally, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but men like to do the chasing. And so I don't know what's up with these new age pick-me's, but has anybody else experienced this? I've already got 3 of my homegirls telling me this, y'all. What is going on today? This is why I'm telling you, y'all, I would just be single before I do all of this stressful stuff that goes on in the dating world.
Here we go again. I mean, listen, ultimately, I don't think men necessarily want to be chased, but, you know, hey, is there reciprocity here, right? Do you actually want to be on this date because you have a burning desire, or is it just more so you're bored and you're hungry and you're looking for foodie dates, right? You're looking to take photos, you know, Snapchat, Instagram photos, and you're looking for free attention and validation, because some of these model women are just going on dates just because, right? If women only went on dates with men that they actually liked, this would be a whole different conversation, right? If women didn't choose the bear, talk about how they're strong and independent, they don't need a man, it's all about the money, etc. Yeah, if modern women didn't have these talking points, I guarantee the landscape of the single dating market would look a whole lot different. So, you know, hey, maybe not her specifically, but you have women that were co-signing the nonsense. They weren't speaking up against it and saying, no, we do need men. Very few women were actually fighting back when it came to the feminist talking points. So, you know, hey, be careful what you wish for.
I really can't speak for all women when I say this. I can only speak for myself. But what I believe is, if you are a man and you want to approach a woman to see if you get to know her, don't understand something. One, I want to say don't, but if you are going to do it, go up, tell her, oh, I think you look nice. Give her that quick compliment. Tell her have a nice day and get the fuck out of Dodge. Do not hover. Do not stay around. Do not try to get no information from her. Just get out her, like, because the thing is, my biggest issue with being approached is the not getting left alone after you approach me. Talk to me, leave me alone. Then I could sit and ponder, especially if I think you cute back. I'm gonna be like, oh my God. Because you not being thirsty also makes you more attractive. So it gives me time to make a decision because you put the ball in my court. That I could go back and be like, hey, you know what? What's your name? If I to ask you your name, you're up like 10 points. The point is to give the woman freedom to act how she'd want to act and not make her feel pressured in any way or creeped out. Especially do not be creepy. Oh my God.
That's horrible advice. Absolutely horrible. Because maybe if you're 6'5", professional athlete, maybe just maybe she might put herself in a vulnerable position where she's putting herself out there. But let's face it, majority of these modern women are scared to death to put themselves in a position where they now need to possibly face rejection, right? So their mindset is going to be, well, you know, hey, you're a man, you need to approach me, you need to do the heavy lifting here, and maybe, just maybe, if I find what you're saying to be attractive, then I may engage in conversation, right? That's going to be the mindset of majority of these modern women.
I'm driving right now. I wanted to get this thought out there before I forgot about it, but it is so annoying trying to make friends with other women or have discourse on the internet, because you can't. If you have an unpopular opinion amongst women, they will exile you and you will be painted as a pick-me, which is ridiculous. If you look at men, there is a huge array of different personalities, thoughts. They have discourse, they disagree, they talk about all this shit. While we can't do that. We can't do that, or else you get painted as an attention-seeking pygmy. What? You wanna know why? It's because all of these are so insecure. They have no sense of self. They don't know what's okay or not okay. They have to wait for someone that they look up to, one of their social leaders, to say, oh no, it's okay, we do think that. And then it takes a couple years for them to catch up on certain things. I'm like, listen, the guys have already thought this a while ago. You guys are f***ing dumb. That's what the problem is. If you guys ever want your lives to change in any way, shape, or form, you need to allow for the pioneers to do the pioneering. You need to allow people with different thoughts, different opinions, to say their shit, to do their thing, to make you uncomfortable. Because guess what? That's how shit happens. You need to be challenged. And women don't allow that, primarily. We're just gonna be stuck this way. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Can you see why I don't have any friends?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. As we know, the sisterhood is based off of lies, vibes, and feelings, right? How they feel not necessarily what they need to hear in order to grow and to do better, right? That's why you have the Steve Harveys of the world, the Derek Jacksons of the world, and they were so successful because they were lying to women and telling them whatever they wanted to hear, right? So, you know, hey, I'm not surprised, right? They're probably gonna call her a pygmy, who hurt you, you know, whatever shaming tactics, etc. But it is what it is. But, you know, hey, shout outs to her if she is being sincere here, because we definitely need more women to speak up and to keep it real.
If you want to dramatically lower your chances of having terrible dating experiences, start dating men with an entrepreneurial mindset. Not because they're rich, but because oftentimes they're the strongest leaders. I mean, think about it. A man who runs a business, they have to communicate well. He has to know how to solve problems, take responsibility, and start thinking long term. Because if he doesn't, then his business dies. The same qualities that make somebody successful in business also make them a stronger partner. Compare that to a man who avoids hard conversation, ghosts you instead of communicate, or chases instant gratification over building something meaningful. One mindset builds businesses and the other destroys relationships. And I'm not saying every entrepreneur is a great man. I'm not saying that every employee isn't. What I'm saying is that it's smarter to be with a man who spent years developing discipline, leadership, and ownership than someone who's never had to. The qualities that build successful businesses also tend to build stronger relationships.
Yeah, just to add to that, it takes a special kind of woman to be in that dynamic, because as an entrepreneur or a man that has a certain mindset that's very disciplined, it comes with something, right? You got systems, protocols, you got things in place. You're trying to, you know, start a business. You're going to have to invest a lot of time and energy and money into that situation. There's going to be uncertainties that most women probably won't want to stick around for. I mean, let's keep it real. A lot of these model women just want to show up at the finish line. They don't want to be there when you're trying to get it out the mud, because they don't know if this is going to work or not, right? They just want to show up at the finish line and enjoy the fruits of your labor. So, you know, hey, shout outs to this content creator here. But what I find is with some or most women, they want you to have the resources as well as the time, right? And typically speaking, people are trading time for money.
Lana, how old are you, baby?
39 and fine.
39. You have any kids?
I do. I have two.
Both by the same man?
No, I had two different husbands, and they both were by my two husbands.
When did you get divorced last?
So actually, I'm going through my my divorce right now.
So you're separated?
Yeah, my husband and I we filed for divorce. Like we've been separated for about 4.5 months now.
Oh,
and
you just
we
got
filed
separated.
for divorce. Yeah, we filed for divorce like 2 weeks ago. So yeah.
So wait a minute.
This is not my wedding ring, actually. People.
Wait, so you just filed for divorce 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And you ready to start finding the next man?
Girl, is it?
What are your deal breakers?
Yeah, so I'm just reading the caption here. Baddie, right? 2 kids, 2 different baby dads, 2 failed marriages. She's about to get divorced here. And she's calling herself a baddie. And reading the caption here, he needs to be making at least $250,000 a year. Really?
What are your deal breakers?
Someone who has never been with like a quote unquote baddie. I know that's like, that sounds crazy. They're gonna eat me up for that.
It is
but I'm just
crazy.
saying, like, I do, you know.
Wait, say it again. Someone that what?
Has never been with a quote unquote baddie. Like, I mean, you know, like, like I said, they're gonna eat me up for that. But it is, you know, like at the end of the day, when it comes to like social media, I'm not like a OnlyFans girl or anything like that, but I do enjoy being sexy. I enjoy wearing my sexy clothes. I like, that was one of my like top qualities in my man, is why we lasted as long as we did. He was loyal and he allowed me to be me. I mean, it allowed me to be me. And to, you know, just consistently flourish and not dim my light. So I know a lot of men have issues or icks with that.
I mean, what does that really mean? Because to me, it sounds like she was dressing provocative and he didn't really say anything about it, right? She was able to wear whatever she wanted to wear. You know, allow her to, I guess, I don't know, inflate her ego, right? Baddie and all that. And, you know, she was getting attention from other dudes or just guys, generally speaking. And I guess to her, that's her not dimming her light, right? That tends to be a talking point with some of these modern women, right? They rather be out here dressing provocative and get attention versus just doing it for their man, right? Dressing modest out in public and then, you know, behind closed doors, you know, dressing provocative or whatever she wants to do with her man. But we'll keep going here. Let's figure out what she means.
So someone who can basically lead but not be controlling.
Ooh. She said you gotta be used to dating a fine girl. So what are some of the things that come along with dating a baddie?
I'm gonna say, like, of course, you know, you have to like look at it like your girl is gonna get attention.
What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
Again, I'm not gonna say a dollar amount, but yeah, more than my last one. Gosh, I'll just say over 250.
250. Okay.
I'll just say, yeah.
These girls, big money. Fellas, you got to rob a bank, okay? Fellas, I don't know what you're going to do. Get your...
I mean, come on, let's keep it real. What man making over $250,000 a year would want to deal with a woman that's been divorced twice, 2 different baby dads, 2 children, and she's on here on a dating show talking about how she's a baddie? I mean, come on. Respectfully, right? Any man worth a damn, hey, if you're making $250,000 a year, I mean, damn near, you have all the options that you want, right? You can simply find a woman that has no kids at all and start your own family.
Fellas, I don't know what you're going to do. Get your ski mask out and go rob a bank, because the girl, it used to be 100K. It's inflation, okay?
Oh my gosh, like, Kendra, what the heck are we supposed to do with 100,000? What the heck? This, I don't even know, because this is Atlanta and it's supposed to be cheaper around here. But honey, what are we supposed to do with it?
There you have it. So, you know, hey, ultimately, this is her preferences. This is what she's saying, you know what she wants, etc. Cool, right? Ultimately, the market will determine where you're at, not necessarily what I think or what she thinks, but is there a demand for women that have been divorced twice, 2 different baby dads, calling themselves baddies on a dating show, right? Are men rushing to meet and find these types of women? I'm just saying. Now, to be fair, she is attractive enough where, you know, she'll get attention, right? Dudes may want to sleep with her or, you know, perhaps take her out on a date and see what's going on. But any man worth a damn would look at this and be like, nah, I'm good, right? I'd rather find a chick that's 24, 25 years old, no kids, start a family, and that's that, right? I don't have to deal with the baby daddy drama. I don't have to deal with kids that are not mine, you know, saying that I'm not the dad.
Okay. Hey.
What's going on?
What's up? My name is Tyra. I just want to know, like, you be coming for the girls that are like past 28 and like marriage. I just am like, you know, waiting or like not being married. So I just want to know, like,
speaking
your.
in general, I come for it.
I'm not saying.
I don't come for nobody. I speak whoever it pertains to. So it's not all women that's above 28 ain't the same.
No. I'm not saying that. Don't come at me. No. I'm just saying, like, huh?
I'm not coming at you. I'm just responding to your statement. Should I be coming for the girls? I don't be coming for. First of all, these are grown women. These not girls. We gotta stop acting like they children. But I'm not coming for nobody, man. I speak the truth. I speak what's on my mind. But I don't be coming for nobody. If people take it offensively, then that's on them. But like, I only come at people that come at me. But as far as like specific, like details and shit like that, no. I mean, if it don't apply, let it fly.
No, for sure. No, I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying, like, you speak on it. So I just wanted to know, like, more in depth about it. Like, why do you feel like that?
Feel like what? You got to be specific because you spoke real.
Huh?
You're a little bit more specific because you speak in vague. You're a little bit more specific.
As far as You said something about like if you said 34, being like old and like getting married.
In the dating market, it is. Statistically, it is. You want me to tell you how?
You know your opinion on that.
It's not an opinion, it's a fact. I'm gonna tell you how it's statistically old in the dating market. What age does the average woman get married in the US?
I would say probably between like 25, 27
It's
ish.
27, 28. So if the average woman get married in the US, and this is a dating show, we're not talking about the life expectancy. We're not talking about the age that people get cancer. We talking about the average age that women get married. It's the dating show. The average woman in the US get married at 28, 27 years old, which would mean that they were probably dating their boyfriend, but in their early 20s, 22, 24, 21, 23, right? That's probably the age that they started dating them, and then they ended up getting married 27, 28, 29 years old. So when you 34, you're past the average. That don't mean you can't get no man. That don't mean it's over with, but it means that it's a lot harder. Not to mention, what age does the average woman hit high risk pregnancy?
I want to say 35 is when they say.
So you 1 year from 35. So 1 year from 35, 1 year from high risk pregnancy, and 6 years from the average age that a woman get married. How would that not be old in the dating market?
I just feel like
No, not your
wait,
feelings.
what's the question?
Your feelings don't mean nothing. Fuck my
No, I
feelings.
get it.
Fuck my feelings and fuck your feelings. We talking
Mhm.
about pure logic. We ain't talking about how you feel. We talking about logic and facts, no emotion. How is 34 not old in the dating market if the average woman get married at 28 and most women hit high risk pregnancy by 35? You got to answer me that one.
I think it's social constructs. Like
What how do you socially construct the fact that the average woman get married at 28 and the average woman hit high risk pregnancy by 35? How's that a
I
social
feel like
construct?
everyone isn't average though. Like when it comes to, I brought
Why
this
you keep
question
saying
up
how I
because
feel? You got to stop saying I feel like. We not arguing feelings, Tyra. I think a
right.
lot of y'all women, this is why I be having the opinions I have, because everything can start off with I feel. Regardless of how I feel, at the end of the day, there's an average that men usually gonna come around and get ED. You know what ED is?
No,
Erectile
Oh,
dysfunction.
okay.
So I'm using the logic in the same light when it comes to men. There's an age that most men are gonna hit around that point where they're gonna start to have erectile dysfunction. That's why you see a lot of older dudes in their late 40s and 50s going to the GNC store, going to the vitamin shop, and they go get testosterone to help them get up in the bedroom. Regardless of how I feel, the average age in the US that the average person is gonna die is around 77, give or take around 80 years old. That's the life expectancy. So it don't matter how I feel. It don't matter what I think or what I believe. The truth is the truth. Most people moving around.
Well,
Tyra, moving around a lot. We can hear everything that you're moving around a lot. So that's what I'm arguing. I'm not arguing how I feel, and I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing anecdotes. At the end of the day, even with women live longer than men. Don't you know that, right?
see, this is the thing. Like, I don't know that. Like, I
Women
don't
are
know the
average.
stats like you, so I just only have like what my opinions are.
But I'm not
You
making an
know,
opinion. I'm making a fact. I'm not making an opinion though. That's what we arguing. You arguing your feelings and your opinion. I'm arguing the facts and logic.
because I don't have the facts. That's why I'm saying like
So
I
it's no
don't have
point
the
in making.
stats.
So it's hard to make an argument when you're not arguing facts.
I just think, okay, there could be a 27, let's say a 25-year-old found her husband, had kids and stuff. 5 years go by, she finds out that's not her husband. Like she shouldn't have married that man. She shouldn't have had kids with that man. So I feel like why not wait? And like so they're divorced, and now she's out 30 looking. That's not my situation. I'm just saying. She's 30, 2 kids, and now she's back in the dating market. I feel like whenever I can't. We're gonna just argue my feelings right now, okay? I don't have the stats. I don't have the stats, but I'm just
Why are
saying.
you arguing your feelings in a logical conversation? What are you? What are you arguing? You're not even arguing. You're not arguing. You just. I feel like I could feel like $1 million. That don't mean I got $1 million. Your feelings is not an argument. It's just I feel like that. You got to go to therapy for that. No disrespect to you though.
I don't have the facts, if that makes sense. Like I don't have the facts. This is just what I see.
What you see is not average though. Everything is based off of an average. It's based off of a median. The average woman is around the age of 35, she's gonna hit high pregnancy, where it's gonna be a higher chance of her having issues with being pregnant and giving birth. That doesn't mean that she can't have a baby at 47. We talking about average.
Mm-hmm.
So
They've been debunked. I felt those
what's been debunked?
You see how many women who are having babies in their 40s perfectly fine?
Where did you hear me say that you can't have a baby at 40 perfectly fine?
I didn't hear you say that. I'm just saying,
Why are you
like,
making that argument when I didn't say that?
I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just stating do you believe, like, I know you don't really, do you have a, like, religion or, like, a God or
What does that have to do
anything?
with the conversation?
Because I think that everyone is walking this path at different rates. And I think everybody's story's not going to be the same.
I never said
So when you
everybody's story
say,
is the same.
I know, I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm just saying, like, okay, a 20-year-old can find the love of her life and marry him, have kids. By the time she's 30, that's what I'm saying. Like,
By the time she's 30, what?
Huh?
By the time she's 30, what?
They realize they don't want to be together. They're 3 kids in, and now they're divorced. So it's like, that's the argument I'm trying to make. Now she's 30 with 3 kids. And I understand, like, the dating market, it gets harder as you get older. But I just think...
So you just agree with me?
Yeah, I'm agreeing. I'm not saying that it is not.
So what you argue?
It's just, I feel like everyone is at different points in their life. Like, not everyone's going to get married at 20, 25, 28, whatever the average
I never
is.
said that. It's a majority. An average is an average. It's a majority. So that don't mean outliers don't exist. So what you arguing is outliers. You're not making you're not debunking a point. You just saying, hey, sometimes it don't work like that. I agree with you. Sometimes it don't.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is not a debate. This is just like an opinion. Like I said, I don't have the facts. This is just my opinion on.
So what are you arguing? You don't understand the point. What are you arguing?
There's no argument.
But you know what an argument don't mean you screaming and yelling and it's negative. An argument is simply just a challenge of a point. It's just you challenging a point. So you just talking.
Baby girl, shut up. Because
right,
I can pop off. All right.
So okay, now you gotta go. Now you in the comments. I'm in the middle of having a conversation with her. She just completely negate what I'm saying. Anyway, that's why they shouldn't be voting.
Hey, Aunt, let me turn my camera on.
Sure.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify, like...
Okay, I have a question. Why do men think a woman should do wifely duties prior to marriage? I'm not sure if you or one of the ones who, made that suggestion, but I've heard that a lot where some men think a woman should do wifely duties prior to marriage. Me personally, I don't really agree with that because I think it can backfire on the woman. But why do some men think that?
Well, first, I'm not going to answer a question with a question. I'm going to answer your question, and then I'm going to give you a question. Number one, because it's the most logical way to go about it. If you're trying to be a wife, the best way to know if you're wife material is to show wifey qualities. And my question to you is, why does the logic never apply on the flip side? So if you believe that a woman should not be a wife or show values or behaviors or characteristics of a wife before she becomes a wife, why does the logic never apply on the male side? So why does the husband, the not husband yet, why does he have to show husband qualities before he becomes a husband? By the way, husband qualities.
All right, I had to take that call. I'll be back in a minute. I'm coming back in, I don't know, less than 3 minutes, and then we'll get back to what we was talking about.
Qualities is showing protection and provision. That's husband qualities. So paying for the first date, going out, keeping you protected and safe, doing it consistently, making sure that I'm a leader and I'm making good decisions, making sure that I show you that I can teach you certain things like wisdom and give you knowledge and game, showing my value. All of that is husband quality. So if the logic is on your end where women should not do anything like that a wife would do before they become a wife, then What are you saying on the flip side for a man? And I want you to go deeper into it. I want you to apply this logic to your son. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Why doesn't it apply on the flip side? I would definitely say, or something
Just
that
for
I'm thinking
you,
about.
since you said that you believe that the wife should not do that, I'm asking for you specifically. Why do you believe it? And would you use the logic to your son?
Well, I've seen stories
No, I'm
where,
asking you. I'm not asking about nobody else, but you, what's your name? Blue Butterflies 97. Don't give me no example, story. I want to know your answer since you brought this up. I'm asking you. You wanted my specific answer? I want to know your specific answer. Don't give me another story. Don't give me what somebody else said. What are you saying? What's your belief?
well, me personally, I just don't want to get played.
You didn't answer my question. I didn't ask you about not getting played. I asked you why does the logic or does the logic never apply on the flip side? I gave you examples of a man who would show husband qualities before he became a husband. And I gave you the example and I told you to does the logic also apply to your son?
Um, does the logic also apply
That was the
to my?
second question. The first question was the first one. You have to answer the first one and then the second one.
Yeah, I'm losing my train of thought.
Yeah. You're losing your train of thought, not because you're not intelligent enough to keep up with me. I think that you are. You lose because you losing your train of thought is because the logic only applies on the female side, which is what you usually hear from women like yourself. So you want a woman to not be a wife before she becomes a wife, but the husband has to be a husband before he becomes a husband. So it's the picking and choosing for the same people that say that y'all want equality and men and women are the same, which doesn't make any sense to me.
But there's just certain aspects, for example, living together, cooking, cleaning, doing his laundry, just things of that nature. I felt that, those, basic things should be rewarded and applied during marriage. But you're going to ask me, why doesn't it apply on the flip side? I was going to say because the woman is a prize that he gets down, on one knee, for her. But I honestly just don't think that, the answer that I'm giving and articulating is just going to be, enough.
And it's
Because
not it's not enough. It's just not logical, even in what you said. Again, does the logic apply with your son? Hey mom, blue butterfly. Hey mom, I've been dealing with this girl. She said that she's not going to do anything to show me that she's a wife before marriage. But I've been paying for things. I've been keeping her safe when we go out. I've been making sure she got what she need. I helped her get a new job. We we've been doing everything, and I've been doing my part as a husband. And she wants to be my husband, but she hasn't cooked, she hasn't cleaned, she's not feminine, she's not soft, she doesn't listen, she don't do nothing. Would you tell your son to marry that woman? Yes or no? Because, like you said, she the prize, and he should get on the knee regardless.
Okay, I'm going to answer. I'm going to say no, but
So why does the logic apply not to your son, but the logic got to apply for everybody else? Because you know all the women in here, some of them women got sons. There's other women out here in the world got sons. So the same son that you feel for your, the same way you feel for your son, other women feel for their son. So why they sons got to suffer, but yours don't?
yeah, but you said she didn't do anything.
No wife duty. Yeah, anything that got to do with being a wife. That's what you said. So I'm just using what you said. Anything that got to do with being a wife. The stuff that I mentioned was stuff that got to do with a wife. So why does the logic apply with your son, but not with everybody else and their son?
I said everything. Wow. I thought
Huh?
no, because you said
I just feel sorry for look, I just feel sorry for black men who are trying to make relationships work with black women. I just do, man. like, I mean, women in general are dog shit. That's what the channel's about, kinda. But it's 10 times worse with black women. Anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. What are we looking like? I married white girls and I never had to pay child support or alimony. They had solid careers. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. Uh, let's who we got watching on Rumble? Oh, 8 people watching on Rumble. That's what's up. Let's finish this video up.
Dates and surprises, take her on work trips with me, plan vacations. She had what she wanted, and maybe that was the part of the problem. But I like going out and having a nice dinner and drinks. I work hard and play hard, so it was nice to have a female companion. These trips weren't planned specifically for her. It was just a welcomed addition. All to say, she had it made. We didn't live together, but we had a schedule. The weeks I was not traveling, I would spend Tuesday and Thursday night at her place, and on the weekends I didn't have my kids. I would stay the weekend, or she would come over to my apartment. On nights we didn't see each other, we would talk for about an hour right before bed just to check in on each other and see how the day was. About a year and a half into the relationship, she got a new job. She went from a job that was basically brainless to back working in her field that she had left a few years before we had met. This was my encouragement because her talent was being wasted. Again, probably a mistake.
Okay, let's talk about that. So she was working at, let's just say, Walmart, and then he encouraged her to get back into her career. I don't know. Let's say she had a degree in whatever some corporate degree or whatever. And he encouraged her to go back into her corporate career. That was a mistake. That was a huge fucking mistake. More opportunity for her to start smelling herself or meet some higher value guy. Now, I'm not saying be insecure. I mean, if she was already working that job, so be it. But I'm not going to encourage my woman to get into some corporate career. Like I said, for these 2 reasons: more opportunities to be in contact with more high value men to cheat with, or also her just smelling herself and, oh, I got promoted to senior VP. I think I could do better or this or that. I just don't think it's a good idea. But honestly, he shouldn't have gave a fuck either way, because this should have never been anything he was considering being super serious.
Matt, this was my encouragement because her talent was being wasted. Again, probably a mistake on my part. All was good the first year or so, then I started noticing the changes at the end of the last year. I would occasionally check her phone, never saw much of anything. The phone was never an indicator, like a lot of people say, because of our schedule and routine. She would be able to clean up any evidence before I got there. I should also mention that we had each other's phone passwords. Around last Thanksgiving.
No, this nigga tripping. He gave a single mother of 3, a 30-plus single mother of 3, the password to his phone. Yeah, this motherfucker's beta. Even though he's 6'4", workout, he muscular, but when it comes to a bitch, men don't have standards. I'm being hyperbolic. Not that they don't have any, but y'all get the point. I'm not giving a bitch a password to my phone under any circumstances, and I'm not telling the bitch to air tag me or none of that other goofy shit. This is ridiculous, man. You gotta have standards. You have to. Password to my phone. I'm disgusted.
As soon as something doesn't smell right, man, cut that shit off. And see, guys like that, like that situation, like I said, that's watching guys go through that. My instinct usually is just to laugh at them. But now, if I became like friends with them beforehand, I didn't know they was.
Well,
like
how
that.
is she, Capo?
Like, I feel
is she nice? Is she whatever? Like
hanging around the motherfucker, and I really don't want to be around him no more. Like, because it starts fucking with it starts fucking with me on an internal level. Like, well, maybe I should deal with a dumb bitch. Like, You know what I'm saying? My intel, well, I
This doesn't have to.
sympathize with the pussy shit. Like, you know, with a retarded hoe. Maybe that is what's supposed to be. No, it's not supposed to be that, man. When something else, if something don't smell right with a bitch, bounce on her. Just take your ball and go the fuck home.
Be a you thing. It can be a we thing. This doesn't have to be a you thing. It can be a we thing.
And then when I'm older and I have nothing,
Nursing home.
and I need you to take care of me,
Nursing home.
you can't do that.
Nursing
You're not
home.
going to do that.
2 words, Dad.
Nursing home. So you put your dad in a nursing home.
Nursing home. Well, what else would I do? Take care of you myself?
How about that? Or put me in your home and have 24-hour nursing assistant.
In my house?
Yeah, why not?
With my kids? And my car? And my husband? And my pool? And my guest room?
I'm just your dad.
Exactly.
The one that made it all possible.
This doesn't have to be.
I'm a little conflicted on this. His daughter seems like an asshole, but I can't talk shit. I can't talk shit. Because anybody's daughter can be an asshole. No matter how good of a man you are, your daughter could grow up to be an asshole. Oh, I don't know. Let me check my Cash App. Hold on. Let me check my Cash App. Hold on. Well, shout out to, shout out to, hold on. Let me double check, make sure I'm saying the right name. Shout out to the Hebrew. He donated $10. He's the reason why we're staying on 2 hours for sure. Everybody shout out to Hebrew. This is for you, Hebrew.
That's a hard nigga.
It's the happiest day of my life, is what I'm saying.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it.
You a gangster now. I'm winning any motherfucking way. I can't lose.
Yeah, okay, I want to talk about something. This is pretty random, but it just popped up in my head. So God must want me to say it. See, okay, as a man, because see, this is the problem I have with a lot of men, or certain quote unquote alpha male types, type A personalities. Like, let me just speak for myself first. Like, as a man, I don't have this attitude. Like, it's my position or right to run other men, unless it's a situation where it's like, I have a company and it's my, obviously my job to run the company and have things run a certain way. But even in that dynamic, I don't feel like it's my right to ever talk to another grown ass man like he's my 6-year-old stepchild. I don't give a fuck if I'm actually his boss. I don't, as a man, I don't think that's my right. Now, I want to touch on something. There's a way to be stern. There's a way to, be assertive and, assert yourself and direct people and still treat people like a fucking human and treat people like a fellow adult. It's not saying you got to handle grown men with baby gloves, but motherfuckers be ODing on some extra shit, and that's what I don't respect. But, and I'm talking specifically if you actually are somebody's authority, technically like authority, or you're above somebody at work, or you're literally their boss at work. I don't get an ego boost from treating another man less than. I don't. And I don't think you should either. Yeah, go get my coffee, motherfucker, and make it quick. That don't make me feel powerful. It don't make me feel good. I mean, actually, it would make me feel like shit. Like, why am I talking to this grown man like that? I don't give a fuck if you work for me or not. Why am I talking to this grown man like that? It wouldn't sit well with my spirit. And if it sits well with your spirit, you're a bad person. Like, I just want to get that off my chest. In my opinion, you're a bad person. Like, I'm just thinking about certain jobs I had. Just think about the certain asshole managers and middle management. Like, fuck those guys, man. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I don't want to sound mad. I feel marvelous. Shout out to y'all who know where I'm referencing that from. I don't want to sound mad. I feel marvelous. If anybody know where that is from, please drop it in the comment. I don't want y'all to think I'm mad. I feel marvelous. But anyway, let me finish this point. I'm just thinking about all my asshole bosses. And I just don't respect none of them dudes. They were all bad men to me. Just off that. I don't need to know too many details about them. Just off of how I seen that they treated people. And I could tell they got off on that shit. Like, it really made them feel like a big dog. You know, that's just weak to me. You know what I mean? But it's not going to change. It's not going to change. Most people don't have the character to have power and leverage and still act like a decent human being. And I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm holier than thou. But it is what it is. I would feel like shit. Like, look, obviously, I'm not saying I've ever been in any type of super powerful positions or nothing. But I would like to think I wouldn't be a piece of shit if I did get in those positions. Once again, you can still be stern. You could, direct shit, but it's just a certain way to go about it. I've maybe, yeah. Shout out to Divine Photos. yeah. Divine Photos know where I'm coming from. I knew it was at least one motherfucker out of the 7 in here who might know what I'm talking about. Killed that nigga 50. We can handle this like grown men. Yeah, killed that nigga. But and there's even an interview where 50, he didn't flat out say that he got killed by Jada, but he admitted like, yeah, that nigga, he hinted like, yeah, that nigga was getting at me. I wonder could I play that shit without it getting, I don't think that would get flagged if I played that. Fuck it, we gonna do it, man. If I get, it wasn't like an official release. What beat is that? Whatever, we about to play it. I think I can get away with playing it. Hold on. But let me touch on what we just watched with his daughter. So okay, so look, I would just say this. If you got kids, don't expect your kids to take care of you. I'll just say that. I've seen situations firsthand. I'm conflicted because I'm just thinking about my own mom. My mom can be a lot. Like I'm conflicted on this. Are kids responsible to take their aging, possibly mentally ill, like sick parents into their home? Is it the right thing to do? Y'all let me know. I'm conflicted on it. I'm conflicted on it, man. I see both sides on this issue. Like, fuck it, just send me to the nursing home. Fuck it, I feel you. Just don't let them mistreat me, and just check up on me all the time. But I believe in, like, look, live your life. I don't want to impose on you. You got a husband, you got kids. I don't want to impose on y'all. Just look out for a brother. At least just can you call and check up on me and make sure they ain't mistreating me. At least do me that solid, because I did right by you. So at least do that. But that shit is crazy, man. When you're taking care of a sick parent, they already sick, but then they mental health starting to slip and they being verbally abusive, sometimes physically abusive. Nah, man. Nah. I don't think you obligated to put up with that just because that's your parent or your relative. I don't think you obligated to. Yeah. I've seen shit firsthand, like, nah. That shit is abusive. Nah. It can be. It can be. But let's play that Jadakiss 50 Cent diss. Shit was hard. Yeah, this nigga 50 Cent is a problem though. Like, yeah, that nigga crazy. He's crazy, childish, petty, and some more shit, you know? I don't know, man. Y'all know I rap. If I made it in the rap game, I don't know what I would do with 50. He's an interesting character, you know? And he don't let beef go. Well, no, I take it back. I take it back. I'm trying to think of the people he beef with. Apparently he gonna beef with Ja Rule and Murder Inc. until the casket drop. But then again, they did get him touched on numerous occasions. So I get it, but then I don't get it. But either way, I'm trying to think, who else did he beef with? He squashed the beef with Fat Joe. He squashed the beef with Jadakiss. Who else did he have beef with? I think he okay with Nas. So maybe 50 Cent do squash beefs. I'll take it back. It's just that beef with Ja Rule. That nigga ain't never gonna let that shit go. Yeah, like a lot of people respect 50, but a lot of people don't respect 50 based on how petty and childish she is at 50 plus years old. And I'm one of those latter people. I mean, I respect what he did. I respect his business hand. I respect, what he did musically, Get Rich or Die Trying, all that. But this nigga's, man, he be on some bullshit though. And let's never forget, he recorded Young Buck phone call and released it. Now, if that ain't no snake snitch shit, I don't know what it is. But people just let him get away with it. I mean, what I mean when I say let him get away with it, they still put him on this pedestal. Y'all know me, I'm big on character. I don't give a fuck how many muscles you got, who you shot, how tough you are, all that other shit. What's your character like? Character check, nigga. And most people don't check out. I don't know, man. I don't know. If I got in the industry, hey, if he was cool with me, I'll keep it cool with him, and we can leave it at that. But I do that nigga lyrically. I do that nigga more dirty than than Jada did him. But then again, like I said, look, you got to be strategic with that shit. Like, if I got in the game, I really wouldn't be trying to beef with niggas, so I probably would just try to stray away from that. But if I did decide to beef with any rap nigga, shit, I'd be a problem. I mean, I know y'all haven't heard me. I might figure out some way to let y'all hear something. But yeah, I would have. When it comes to rap, I do have somewhat of a competitive spirit. So I would have loved to, like, the idea of me battling Kendrick and J. Cole and Dre. I love that shit. I would fucking love that shit. I put the battle would have been a lot better. I'm just talking about shit. The battle would have been a lot better if I was involved. He had beef with the game. Did he squash the beef with game technically? I mean, I don't really see them beefing like that no more, but oh yeah, he got big beef with Diddy. And did he always talk shit about Jay-Z too? But I mean, they be on stage sometime, don't they? I don't know. 50 Cent just a troll. You never know, man. I think the only person he got real beef with for real, which makes sense because it got physical, is is Ja Rule and the whole Murder Inc. camp. So when Irv Gotti died, like, see, this nigga be doing like different type of weird shit. Like when Irv Gotti died, I get you got beef with a nigga, but it's just certain. I mean, the nigga dead, bro. It's over. He dead. I don't know. You got some people who live by the code of, like, even if you beef with a nigga, if he dead, it's over. He dead. Ain't really no point in talking about it. It's dishonorable to talk about it if he's dead. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I guess my feeling is, I mean, yeah, it's over. He dead. It ain't no point in, like, talking shit about a dead man. But at the same time, if a motherfucker was just grimy, dirty, did all this fucked up shit to you, and somebody asks you, oh, what did you think about, whoever? It'd be like, well, I mean, I don't got nothing positive to say, but he gone. I'll just leave it at that. I don't know. And then 50 Cent, when he was beefing with Rick Ross, I think he's still beefing with Rick Ross, kinda. Something about showing pictures of his mother and shit. Like, no, it's a certain line you don't cross, and 50 Cent don't mind crossing those lines. So, I don't respect disrespectful people. Like, people who are just blatantly disrespectful for no reason, or even for a reason. Once again, it reflects your character. I don't care who I'm beefing with. I'm not posting pictures of your kids and your wife and your mama, and that's just weirdo shit. Well, let's play this shit real quick. What the hell is the name? It's called Checkmate.
You did it, baby. Congratulations, homie. You made history. 1.1 million in a short week. We screw a press conference. Press this on your conscience. D Block. Cheers. Yeah! I ain't mad. I don't want to sound mad. I feel marvelous. D Block, double R. Fucking faggots. You gon' handle this like grown men, you won't win. You don't even feel comfortable in your own skin. I rap my ass off. I'm fighting a champ with the glass jaw at the Garden of Nassau. See me, couple hood niggas behind stars. I heard you put a couple good niggas behind bars. I might never sell that much, but you could bet your last 2 quarters I never tell that much. Picture Kiss not come out swinging. It's like going to see 50 at a show
when he don't come out singing.
Yeah, you got a felony, but you
ain't the predicate.
Never the king in New York.
You live in Connecticut.
You don't be in the hood, you be in the woods fucking with me.
This is really gonna be for good.
I hold a 4-5 myself.
I hop out
the range on 145 myself. This is a true fact. Since when has it become cool to get shot and not shoot back? Trackmaster shelf, Braveheart helped you, and everybody felt you. Now I gotta melt you. And don't try to pull rank on Kiss, cause the niggas I'ma send to do it ain't gonna miss. Be laid up stiff, I spit straight
up shit. I did real songs with Big, no made up shits.
And I don't got a problem with clout.
You ain't get shot again, so what's the second album about?
Your raps are preschool, made a lot of
money now be cool before I swell up your lips like seafood.
Now get a mic check, you don't stand a chance to dance with me, dog.
Your steps ain't right yet.
Block is just fine, homie. The D straight, most likely a new
CD is a weed plate.
Bunch of love songs, 100% pure garbage. Just
something to break up buds on.
You should just sell clothes and sneakers,
cause out of your whole camp, your flow's the weakest.
I'm in the town where the young boys is clapping. You running around with the
lieutenant and captain.
It'll take a lifetime to see
Kiss.
You had to get
shot 9 times to be rich.
Nigga, use an animal.
Use a motherfucking animal. Snake ass nigga.
An animal.
Killed that nigga real quick. Man, D Block was slaughtering them niggas, man. Woo! It's all over now. Good times, good times. Good motherfucking times. All right, anyway, let's get back to whatever we was talking about.
Got there. I should also mention that we had each other's phone passwords. Around last Thanksgiving in the US, I noticed a selfie she took where she was all fixed up.
All right, let me so yeah, real quick. So shout out to Jadakiss. I don't remember 50, or maybe 50 did like beef with Lil Wayne for a second. But that's gay. Like, okay, you got beef with Ja Rule, so anybody who ever look at Ja Rule, talk to Ja Rule, do a song with Ja Rule, you got beef with, that's like some gay shit, like some girl shit. You friends with her? Oh, it's on then, bitch. You can't be friends with her. If you friends with her, we got beef now. It's like some fag girl shit. But whatever, man. But anyway. Now 50 Cent beefing with T.I. T.I., that's another guy. I've always fucked with T.I., you know, I always kind of fuck with T.I., but T.I. arrogant motherfucker himself. You know, my least favorite human characteristic, arrogance. Or yeah, he was beefing with T.I.'s son. What do I look like? 50 plus years old beefing with this, like, it's T.I.'s son. I don't know, man. 50 just be doing too much, man, honestly. Shout out to Ja Rule, man. I don't care what nobody say. Ja Rule is a fucking legend and an icon. I mean, I'm not a huge Ja Rule fan, but people be trying to downplay, you know, his impact. And you just can't downplay Ja Rule impact in the early 2000s. Just hits on top of hits on top of hits. Hits with J-Lo, and yeah, you can't front on him. 30 million sold. Stop playing with his name. Anyway, Let's get back into it.
Also mentioned that we had each other's phone passwords. Around last Thanksgiving in the US, I noticed a selfie she took where she was all fixed up. I remember that day she was running out to get a Christmas tree. She was not one to get fixed up to go on errands. So there's the suspicion starting to build. So I saw it and inquired about it. Of course I got the, oh, I meant to send that to you answer, but as I probed into why she dressed up to get a tree, which is a dirty job, she couldn't give me an answer. So I clocked that. I told her that her answer didn't sit right with me, to which she began to try to explain more, which let me know it was all a lie. This triggered me to start paying closer attention. Along this same period, she began taking a lot of vitamins and supplements for hair, skin, and nails. Another trigger. We always shared locations just due to my travels, and her old job were all over the city, and some of those places were not so nice. So the staying later at work began, which was honestly explainable because she had to terminate someone on her team who messed up a lot of things and cost the company a bunch of money. But coupled with the later evenings at the office, distance began. At first it was barely texting during the day, again somewhat explainable due to her being in a position down on her team, being busy, but she wouldn't text on her way home, and sometimes she wouldn't text for hours. There were some days I wouldn't hear from her for about 5 to 6 hours. She also was the one who would reach out and text first. I would check in from time to time, but I'm very busy, and I would always respond. Then I started noticing other things. The affection got weird. She was always very touchy with me, would jump up as soon as I got to her place and hug and kiss me. She still would, but it took time for her to get up and greet me. It felt forced. The next indicator was the lack of talk about future plans. I talked about this in my second book, by the way, in one of
Yeah, I mean, she's starting to fall back. She's starting to fall back. And when a woman does this, it's best to just end it. I mean, just call it to the table early. Just be like, yeah, you acting funny, it's cool. I mean, look, I ain't forcing you to be here. I'm noticing the distance. So I mean, we don't gotta do this. It's no hard feelings. God bless you. Wish you the best. You know, I want you to just find your happiness and, you know, have a good life. Just have a good life, man. And he was talking about this earlier. This is why you don't make a woman like, how do I put this? Women are temporary, is what I'm trying to say. It's hard because we naturally want to feel connected with a woman. It's in our DNA. We want to have a long-term connection. We want to love a woman. We want the woman that we love, to be with us for the rest of our life and this and that. But it's just not realistic. It's not realistic. And it goes back to what I think I said at the beginning of this stream. As a man, you just have to accept that you might be alone for the rest of your life. So this is how you need to look at it with women. I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts. That need to be your mentality with every woman you fuck with. Hey, I'm gonna enjoy it while it's good. When it ain't good, see ya. It just is what it is. It was good while it lasted. So real quick, okay, do I think Eminem is overrated? Absolutely fucking not. from the perspective of someone who's a lyricist who is very I fuck it. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. It's just because it's just true. It's not arrogance if it's true, right? Or I don't know, whatever. I would consider myself a very skilled lyricist myself. No nursery rhymes over here, trust me. Eminem fell off far as like the music sounding good. But far as and he's gotten corny over the years, the corny metaphors and this and that. But I judge Eminem off of his first like 3 albums. That will always be etched in my mind who Eminem is. I don't listen to his shit anymore. I don't care if he drop an album today. I'm not gonna check it out. But so when I think of Eminem, I think of his first 3 albums. I think of all the features he killed. I think of the feature he did on the Jay-Z song when he fucking those are 2 of the best verses I've ever heard in my fucking life ever. And I'm kind of a hip hop head. And I'm very particular about lyricism and lyrics and all that. Like Eminem's 2 verses on Renegade are 2 of the best verses I've ever heard in my fucking life. Easy. Those fucking verses are magical. That nigga, oh my God. Oh, and then his verse on Forgot About Dre. Eminem has spit some of my favorite verses of all time, man. Eminem is he's to put it simply, no, he's not overrated. Well, he's overrated in a sense. Like I said, he's gotten kind of whack far as the music and just corny metaphors and shit as of lately. So there's an argument to be made that he's kind of like overrated now, but saying like Eminem's overrated considering his first 3 albums is pure blasphemy. Pure blasphemy. The poet, the son, modern day Shakespeare, Jesus Christ, the king of these latter day saints here. Oh my God, man! Like how could you hate on that? How? Damn, I want to play now. I know that verse is gonna get me taken down, but I want to play that shit so bad. I want to do it. Is it an acapella? I wonder, can I find an acapella? Jesus Christ, the king of these latter day saints here. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness, man. Eminem got some of the greatest verses ever spit in rap history. Easy. Easy. Eminem's a fucking beast, man. Okay, I'll put it like Eminem is one of them dudes. Like, I mean, I think I could beat him in a battle, but not like. Okay, let me put it like this, because we could talk for days about the intricacies of what it takes to win a battle and how sometimes the better rapper isn't going to be the one that wins. Beat selection, aggression, certain haymakers, like the haymaker that Pusha T dropped when he exposed that Drake had a kid. Like, like that. Yeah, it's so many different factors in the battle who would win. But I just want to say this. So Eminem, Pac, there's certain people who I'm not gonna say I would be scared to battle, but I would be excited to battle all these people. But Eminem is a fucking problem, man. Eminem is a fucking problem. If you battle Eminem or Nas or certain people, or even like if Pac was still here, what the fuck is Pac gonna say? If I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. Like, the battle was over there. He didn't even start rapping yet. Like, damn. Like, okay, how do I want to put this? The person that would make me the most nervous to rap battle him is Pac. Even though he's not the most lyrical, like, even though, I would be more nervous to battle Pac than Eminem. Cause like, what the fuck is this nigga gonna say, man? And he gonna say it with that Pac passion, and it just hit different, man. That shit hit different. Yeah, shout out to Andre 3000. Like, I don't want to put no disrespect on Andre 3000 name. Andre 3000 is, if I had to name 4 rappers that influenced me the most to probably even rap in the first place, or just influenced me probably just as a person the most, would be Nas, Andre 3000, Tupac, and Eminem. So yeah. But okay, here's the thing about Andre 3000. You can't put him on any, because he doesn't even have a solo rap album. So he can't go on any, in my opinion, he doesn't, he's one of the best rappers ever and all that, and so much respect for him. Huge respect for him. But I don't think he can go on any type of, I'm fine with him being on any top rapper list just because, it's Andre 3000. I get it. But if I was making a top 50 rapper list, I probably wouldn't put him on it. One of the criteria for my list would be, at least 3 solo rap albums to even be on the list. Maybe I'll just make it 2 for Biggie's sake. Anyway, see if I can find let's see, Renegade acapella.
The ghetto you ruined, the same dude just his with a pop toasters, and they live with with them a minute, cause see they call me a menace, and if can't step in my pants, can't walk in my shoes. Bet everything you worth, you lose your tie and your shirt. Since I'm in a position to talk to these kids and they listen, I ain't no politician, but I kick it with them a minute. Cause see, they call me a menace. And if the shoe fits, I wear it. But if it don't, then y'all will swallow the truth, grin and bear it. Now who's the king of these rude, ludicrous, lucrative lyrics? Who could inherit the title? Put the youth in hysterics, using his music, hysterics, sharing his views and his merits. But there's a huge interference. They're saying you shouldn't hear it. Maybe it's hatred I spew. Maybe it's food for the spirit. Maybe it's beautiful music I made for you to just cherish. But I'm debated, disputed, hated, and viewed in America as a motherfucking drug addict. Like you didn't experiment. That's when you start to stare at who's in the mirror and see yourself as a kid again. Then you get embarrassed. And I got nothing to do but make you look stupid as parents. You fucking do good. It's too bad you couldn't do good in marriage. And do you have any clue what I had to do to get here? I don't think you do. So stay tuned and keep your ears glued to the stereo. No, here we go. Chicken, I'm the sinister. To kiss my ass is just a never been afraid to say what's on my mind at any given time. It's filled with left you off in my.
Yeah, Jay-Z just. It's not even that Jay-Z had bad verses. It's just nobody was gonna. I'll make this definitive statement. Nobody was gonna have better verses than Eminem on this song. I don't give a fuck if you put Nas on it, whoever the Ghostface Killer, who's supposed to be the Biggie. No, Biggie might have made it a little interesting, but I personally, I don't think anybody could have gotten on this song with Eminem and had verses as good as the verses Eminem put on. Damn sure not better, but even as good as these verses. Like I said, and I have a lot of belief in my lyrical skill or whatever, but this is one of those songs that just you can't beat him on this. Nobody, I don't think anybody could beat him on this. It's just so. Shout out to Jay-Z for just even having the balls to just get on this shit, or even letting this shit come out. I would have said just keep this shit for your album, M. I can't do nothing with this, man. You a fucking beast. I would have just had to swallow my pride on this one. Maybe I'll get you on another one. We'll get on another song. I can maybe get the best of you or match up with you, but you got this one, my nigga. I would have called him my nigga too. My nigga, you got this one.
Hope. Do not step to me, I'm awkward. I box lefty or often. My pops left me an orphan. My mama wasn't home. Could not stress to me, I wasn't grown. Especially on nights I brought something home to quiet the stomach rumblings. My demeanor, 30 years my senior. My childhood didn't mean much. Only raising green up. Raising my fingers to critics. Raising my head to the sky. Big, I did it. Multi before I died. No lie, just know I chose my own fate. I drove by the fork in the road and went straight. See, I'm a poet to some, a regular modern day Shakespeare. Jesus Christ, the king of these latter-day saints here. To shatter the picture in which of that is they paint me as a monger of hate and Satan, a scatterbrained atheist. But that ain't the case. See, it's a matter of taste. We as the people decide shady as bad as they say he is. Or is he the latter, a gateway to escape? Media scapegoat. They can be mad at today. See, it's as easy as cake. Simple as whistling Dixie. While I'm waving the pistol, 60 Christians against me. Go to war with the Mormons. Take a bath with the Catholics and holy water. No wonder they tried to hold me on the longer. I'm a motherfucking spiteful, delightful, iceful, the new Ice Cube. Motherfuckers hate to like you. What did I do? I'm just a kid from the gutter making this butter off these bloodsuckers. Cause I'm a motherfucking. Oh my god. Yeah, the hood was buzzed like, damn, Jay, you let the white boy get the best of you on your own shit. Well, really, it was Eminem's song. I think he made the beat and it was really his song. But either way, like, the hood was in shambles. Like, damn, you let the white boy come in our house, our house of hip hop, and murder you on your shit. And some people still be trying to hate, talking about, man, I felt Jay-Z verse more. I don't give a fuck who verse you felt more. Who had the better verse? I mean, it's all an opinion. I get it. It's an opinion. Objectively, Eminem had a technically better verse than Jay-Z on both verses. There's no question about that. But now, if you like Jay-Z verses better, man, that's your opinion. I can't argue with that. But you can't say, like, technically, from a technical standpoint, that to me that Jay-Z had a better verse. Yeah, shout out to Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks is dope. But see,
Okay, I'm gonna say some controversial shit. So here's the thing about Jadakiss. I fuck with Jadakiss heavy. He's dope. But like, I'm gonna tell y'all how I look at it. There's tiers to rappers for a skill. Jadakiss is not top tier as far as rhyme skill. He's not on the level of an Eminem or even a Willie the Kid. I don't know if y'all familiar with Willie the Kid. He's one of the best ever lyricists. Willie the Kid, he's not on the same level as a Saha the Prince. Jadakiss is a dope rapper, but he's not on a certain skill set. Like Jadakiss can't fuck with like AZ, like not Jay-Z, AZ from like frequent Nas collaborator AZ. It's levels, man. And even Nas, like this is gonna be blasphemy, but fuck it. It's only a few people that watch my channel anyway. So Nas is obviously one of the greatest lyricists ever, but even Nas isn't on AZ's level or Eminem's level. Biggie is dope. I don't know what level. I would put Biggie above the Jadakiss Nas tier for a skill set. But probably not quite on the level of Eminem and AZ. It's levels to it, man. It's definitely levels to this rap shit and this lyricism shit for sure. Okay, I'm gonna say this only because it's only a few people watching. I'm gonna say this because my face isn't showing. So I'm gonna say this. I actually think I'm better than Jadakiss and Nas. And I think I'm better than Biggie. I think I'm better than a lot of people. I only think there's a handful of people who I would put on my level. Eminem, like I said, AZ, Willie the Kid, possibly Lupe Fiasco. There's only a certain people who rap on this like elite tier. Like the top tier of lyrical skill. Trying to think, did I forget anybody? Let's see. Eminem, AZ, Willie the Kid, Saha the Prince. Who else am I forgetting that's just crazy, stupid lyrical? That's about it off the top of my head. I'm sure I'm forgetting a couple people. Yeah, oh, another one, real quick. We'll get back into whatever I'm talking about, the red pill shit. But, I mean, yeah, Wu-Tang. I mean, yeah, Wu-Tang. Because, okay, Inspector Deck, maybe, is probably the most lyrical one out of Wu-Tang. I mean, yeah, Ghostface is definitely dope. What tier would I put Ghostface at? I would put Ghostface at, like, yeah, the Nas and Jadakiss tier. But you know who I think is overrated as fuck? I mean, I think he's dope, but you know who I think is overrated as fuck? Oh, Lloyd Banks. Oh, I forgot about Fabulous and Lloyd Banks. Okay, Fabulous. Fabulous is, Fabulous is probably slightly, I guess I would put Fabulous on the same level as like Jadakiss, Nas, Fab. Lloyd Banks. Do I think Lloyd Banks is better than Fab? That's rough. Lloyd Banks is up there. Lloyd Banks is up there probably with Eminem. I don't think Fabulous is. So I would put Fabulous on that tier 1 far as lyrical skill set. Far as that, we'll just call it tier 1 and tier 2. I wouldn't put Fabulous on the tier 2. I would possibly put Lloyd Banks on tier 2 up there with Eminem and AZ and stuff. Here's who I think one of the most overrated rappers is ever. Pusha T is one of the most overrated rappers ever. Like Pusha T's dope, but he's nowhere near as dope as some people make it seem like he is or that he thinks he is. And I kind of think the same thing about Jadakiss, but that's blasphemy, I know, but I kind of feel the same thing about Jadakiss. I fuck with Jadakiss heavy though. I fuck with Jadakiss way more than I fuck with Pusha T. But Jadakiss he's dope and his voice sound dope. He got a dope flow and he is lyrical. But Jadakiss is kind of simple when you really think about it. When you think about how complex, like I said, AZ, Eminem, and something Inspector Deck is, Jadakiss is kind of like some simple shit. But it's dope, lyrical, simple shit, but it's kind of simple. But yeah, Pusha T is is fucking overrated. Oh, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne in his prime is, oh my gosh. Lil Wayne in his prime is up there with, yeah, Eminem. He's on that. That's somebody I forgot real quick. Yeah, Eminem is, or I'm sorry, Lil Wayne is up there in his when he was in his prime, like Carter 1, Carter 2 era. Yeah, nobody, that motherfucker. Yeah, he was up there, definitely. Ti is dope. I would put him on the same level as like I said, Nas, Fabulous, Jadakiss, but not that second tier. Styles P is also there with Jadakiss, Nas. Styles P dope as fuck. I like Styles P. Who else was I about to talk about real quick? I forgot. But Kanye West. Well, Kanye West don't write his own stuff, but Kanye West, I mean, I really wouldn't put him on like a top rapper list, but he's definitely one of the greatest. He's probably top. I mean, there's an argument. Yeah, he's top 3 greatest hip hop artists of all time overall. I don't know if I put him on like a lyricist list. Yeah, anything after Carter 4. I mean, really anything after Carter 2 for me is like questionable. But yeah, definitely anything after Carter 4 for sure. For sure. But let me say this real quick, and we'll get back to what we usually talk about. But the best the best rapping I've ever heard on an album is Carter 1. I was listening to that shit the other day. I've never heard anybody rap like that for a whole album straight. Carter 1 is the best lyrical display on an album I've ever heard in my life. That motherfucker was rapping his ass off on Carter 1, man. If you haven't listened to Lil Wayne Carter 1, please, for the love of God, just while you're cleaning the house one day, just let that shit play straight through. And it's definitely a classic. And Carter 1 is definitely a better album than Carter 2 and Carter 3. That's just my personal opinion. Not even fucking close. The way all the Manny Fresh beats flowed and was cohesive. Oh my goodness, man. That's one of the Carter 1 is probably a top. I would put Carter 1 as a top 3 rap album of all time. So if I had to just name 2 rap albums, the 2 best rap albums ever off the top of my head is Tupac Machiavelli and Lil Wayne Carter 1. Easily top 5 greatest rap albums of all time. Easy. But let's get back into it.
Of talk about future plans. I talked about this in my second book, by the way, in one of the green flags. I had planned 2 trips to the beach.
The game was nice too. Yeah, the game's nice. The game, I got my issues with game. Game is a whole nother conversation. Oh God, game. But yeah, the documentary is one of the best rap albums ever. Obviously, Get Rich or Die Trying, one of the best rap albums ever. I might get a picture made like that. I actually want to get a picture made of all my favorite albums of all time and like get it framed, like the covers of all my favorite albums of all time. Yeah, so the documentary will be on it. Get Rich or Die Trying will be on it. T.I. Trap Music. Shit, Outkast, ATLiens. Hold on, I gotta take another call. Let me play something. I'll be right back.
No disrespect, different perspective. Most of the time, I hear success stories. But for the people that crash and burn, it's almost like they want to make you feel like because they failed,
that you
I'm
will
not
too.
telling you the whole story.
Oh.
Wait till you hear what this dude got himself into, and then you can decide if I'm selling dreams or he's just another sucker that got licked. No disrespect to him, but this is one of the most pathetic stories I've ever heard.
He's not lying.
Now, normally I wouldn't speak on him like this, but since he mentioned my name and said I'm selling dreams, let's take a listen to him and his nightmare, or disaster as he calls it. I couldn't watch the whole thing.
She goes out and she gets dressed, right? And you know, and I'm upset about it. And we're having a discussion and an argument. And she gets dressed and then she puts on this skimpy outfit. It looks like a bar girl outfit. And I couldn't believe it. I had never seen it before. I'd never seen her dressed like that before or anything. And then she said she'll wear jeans. And I was like, yeah, you're gonna take the jeans right off when you get to the club. She's supposed to be back by 3 a.m., which is late. When you have a girlfriend, that's late. She's not home at 3. She's not home at 3:30. You know, when someone's supposed to come through the door and you're not gonna wake you up, she's not home, but then she sends me video of her dancing. I can't tell if she has the jeans on because it's from the waist up, but I'm sure that she doesn't. She gets home at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. and I know, how could you possibly not have thrown her out by then? But I didn't.
This man proceeded to tell a full story about how he got completely taken advantage of, played, and left out to dry by different
This
Thai
is so
women,
incredible.
and did exactly the opposite of how I tell you guys how to move when I do my consultations. My consultations have been voted 10 out of 10 4 years in a row. And by the way, book a consultation so this cautionary tale doesn't happen to you. But anyway, at first I was going to come here and clown him for allowing himself to be put in that situation. But you know what? We don't do that here. I actually felt bad for the guy. So instead, I found a fun way to handle this.
Okay.
We're going to look at this video, add some memes in there, and find the humor in this disaster,
Okay.
and watch how he has learned a very expensive lesson. But as I
Okay.
was watching and re-editing this video, hot off the press, while I'm making this video, somebody just sent me something that O'Shea Duke Jackson just
Okay.
covered this dude.
Shout out
Man,
O'Shea.
Shout out to O'Shea. He beat me to the punch, but we still gonna cook it. So grab your popcorn
Okay.
because we're reacting
Okay.
to the eyes for you guys
All
at
right.
the end.
So now I'm gonna tell you guys from my experience. I was over there for damn near 6 weeks. Land of the Smiles absolutely was not a myth. What I found is that if you treat people right, move with respect, actually respect the culture, and do not set yourself up to be a trick, you will absolutely have a fantastic experience over there. I can already tell what this guy is saying. He had a girlfriend, effectively, that was a bar girl, dressed up like a bar girl, put on some jeans to travel to the event. She goes alone, leaves his ass in the crib. Meanwhile, she says she's going to be there by 3 a.m., which is already crazy enough as it is, but then she doesn't come home till 7. Here's the context that you may or may not know. When they say bar girls, effectively those girls are like working girls, okay? You can go up to some of these bar places in these cities, and if they're a bar girl and it's that type of establishment, instead of in the West having to take them out on dates, effectively, you can use your money to get them to go back home with you. So effectively, he had all of the information that his girl was a prostitute, but he did nothing about it. Anyway, let's listen to his story and
without further ado,
see what's up.
let's
Oh,
I met her.
What's up, Richie? That was fantastic form, baby.
So
Hold
without
on.
further ado,
Without further
I met her
Good
last
form,
year.
Richie.
I spent some time with her. She was, to me at least, she was different than other women that I hung out with.
Oh, no.
Here. Seemed much more genuine of a person, and she was very affectionate. And
Where's
it
my
didn't
violin?
seem phony. It seemed real. We spent some time together, like I said, last year, and then I went back to America. And I was in America for like 5 months, but I was
Jonesy.
in touch with her when I was there, and she's from an area that's like 4 hours outside of Pattaya. She wasn't a big fan of Pattaya when she was here working here. She stopped being a freelancer, and then she was working a regular job.
Freelancer. That's a key word down there. It's made to like zhuzh it up a little bit, but freelancer means working girl over there. By the way, let me give you guys additional context based off of the culture in Thailand, all right? What underpins the society is Buddhism. Buddhism is not like Christianity, okay? It's not like being of Islamic faith. It is actually very different. Within Buddhism, working girls, freelance girls, they don't judge them whatsoever. You're supposed to love everybody. Whereas in Christianity, whereas in the Islamic faith, you judge, all right? Because there's sins, there's moral and immoral, and these things are talked about within the books that you align up to. So because Buddhism is the predominant religion over there, that shame is not the same for that activity as it would be in the West. What if you could copy the exact system that I use to generate between $50,000 and $100,000 a month purely from posting commentary content online? My life right now consists of no boss, no commute, no alarm, and I work when I want. And I've spent the past 8 years building this framework out from scratch. And 1 million subscribers later, over 400 million lifetime views, and I've never once talked about exactly how I do it. Until now. Now, my system is called Viral to Value, and it's the step-by-step blueprint that I personally use every single day to turn viral moments into real, life-changing income in any niche. If you're ready to stop guessing and start building something that is actually yours, click the link below and let's get to work. Let's keep going.
Making like 350 or 400 baht a day. So we would video chat and see each other when she was at work. She was doing at least.
That was like $10 to $15 a day, FYI.
Part of the time. But she told me she was no longer, doing the other thing. And at that time, she was actually
Selling
still working in Pattaya area. But then she ended up moving 4 hours away or so, where she's from, 4 or 5 hours away. She told me that when I came back here, she would come see me. She would visit me. Then we lost touch for maybe about a month and a half or something like that. And the next thing I know, she got married.
Come on now, dog.
Hadn't talked about this man or anything. She married an American, twice her age. I mean, a lot of that happens here, and I've dated people much younger than me. He's like twice her age, an American, and he has money, I guess. What she told me was,
She's a
she has
trickster.
2 children, and he was paying for their school,
Wait, what?
300,000 baht for private school. He was paying for the apartment and everything else, and he was sending her, because he was traveling back and forth from America to here, sending an allowance, 100,000 baht per month. Now, I've heard stories about allowances, high allowances, and, sponsors and stuff like that, but I had never heard a story involving that much money. She ended up getting married to the guy 2 or 3 months after meeting him. She might have plans of going to live in America with her children with him, I'm not sure. So I found out about that. I ended up getting back here to Thailand, and we were in touch a lot. She wanted me to move to her hometown because she thought I'd be happier there than in the Pattaya area. So she kept trying to convince me to come visit her, see what it's like there, to see if I would like to live there. So she was also trying to set me up.
Okay, so you knew.
The weird thing is, the first time she tried to set me up, she tried to set me up with her mother.
Hot potato. Hot potato with the man's wallet.
I was like, that was a curveball. I would totally feel uncomfortable with that. Forget about the fact that her mother is much older. It's just the fact that I had been with her before physically, and I just, that was weird to me. So I was like, yeah, no, I don't think so.
Come on, man.
She was trying to give you a sign, dog. That's what she's trying to do. I cannot believe this. Single mother of 2 kids, already got a sucker, married to the sucker, but somehow she has tricked you to move in with you. And then she tries to pass you to Mom Duke. She wanted you to get with someone of your age in Thailand? Oh.
Maybe a month and a half later, 2 months later, if I had found a Thai girlfriend yet, and I said no. So she wanted to introduce me to her cousin.
Come on now, dog.
Her really close cousin. I guess
Hot
they
potato.
grew up in the same house together and
Okay.
stuff like that. So she wanted to introduce me to her cousin, and she sent me a photograph, and then that same day, she put me in touch on WhatsApp.
And
with
you
her
went
cousin.
for it on WhatsApp? It's crazy.
So we started talking that day. It was close to my
Selling you a
birthday,
dream.
actually. She actually took off of work and she came to visit me. And she worked or lived maybe 45 minutes or an hour away from me. So I thought that was, like a really cool thing for her to do. So she came over and we hung out.
Dog, it's a business investment. She's trying, right? Like, you're thinking that it's really cool. Meanwhile, she's doing the math in her head. Meanwhile, they don't share pictures about you, right? The chick already told him, like, hey, listen, he's a little bit older, all right? Like, his skin is, questionable. He don't really work out, right? It smells like this, that, and the third, right? They already have had all of the, and she's like, you know what? I need money this month, right? Like, but again, guys, even as I describe this, the exact same thing happens to men in the West, okay? This is not a Thailand issue. This is a worldwide simping epidemic that has happened here. I've told this story before, and it's often these sucker for love type dudes, all right? Had an acquaintance of mine, and this was over here in Vegas. He went over to Vegas and ended up like parlaying with a scripper in one of the script clubs up there. And by the end of the night, through all of the alcohol that he had been drinking, whatever substances that he ingested next to her, he woke up in the morning and $8,000 had been spent out of his account willingly, because she convinced him that she needed a new bag or something like that, and then she was going to, make it worth his while. Nothing ever happened, by the way. She got the bags and then figured out a way to peace out and then never picked up the phone. This is like, at this point, it's probably about 8 or so years ago. And I often tell this story as a cautionary tale. This can happen anywhere. Whereas the acquaintance spent $8,000. This guy's probably spending, an extra $50 to $100 per day on this weird situation.
Out for like the day, and we had fun. We watched movies.
Come on now, dog.
We kissed a little bit.
Come on, man.
And we just there was like a spark and there was some chemistry with the cousin, not the one that introduced me to her, but the new one, the one I ended up with briefly. She works at a restaurant and she works 6 days a week. And she works literally like 12-hour shifts. So basically, go to work sometimes at 8:30, 9 in the morning, and wouldn't get home until 11 o'clock if she came directly from work.
Come on now, dog.
I had the bright idea, and it was not a bright idea at all, of having her move in with me. Damn! I thought I was safeguarded because I'm the only one on the lease. So if it didn't work out, I could ask her to leave. And my logic at the time was, at least we'll see each other.
You serious?
So it might be when she gets off of work, I stay up, we go to bed together, we wake up together, and she goes straight to work. And that's what it was when she was home. Basically, she'd get home, take a shower, say 2 words to me, and then unfortunately get on her phone.
Come on now, dog.
This is so crazy.
Come on, man.
She moves in with me on her day off. We don't spend the day off together. I thought it was a little bit weird. She has a friend move her in, help move her in, and I took them to dinner.
What?
Now we're just getting to know each other. She's just moving in, and this is the first red flag. And I didn't ignore any red flags. I just should have ended it.
Now I just got back. I don't know what happened, but it seemed like he getting finessed by a cute Thailand girl. Let me go back. Hold on. So, bro, here's the thing. Shout out to brother. Shout out to the brother. Oh, what is he, 70? Look. Let me say this. Bro, they don't like you. See, I don't want men to be delusional. I don't want men to be delusional. I know men don't want to feel like a woman is only with them for the money or whatever the benefits. Look, if you're not a fly, handsome ass nigga with charisma, she don't like you, bruh. I'm not. Well, let me be clear. Let me clear that up. When I was out and about, what did I see? I saw a little nerdy couple. I'm always happy to see. I'm just happy to see couples together, and I get more happy when it's like a nerdy looking motherfucker or something, and he got a woman. I'm like, y'all go ahead, nerd, bro, because I seen a little skinny nerdy dude with glasses, and he had a chick with him. I mean, she had a couple extra pounds on her, but she was cool. She was kind of thick. Like, I fuck with her. And she was kind of cute. I'm like, I hope they wasn't just friends. I hope they were a couple. I love to see it. She looked like she was probably a little quirky too. But it made sense. She was kind of quirky and nerdy, and he was kind of quirky and nerdy. So I can see how they like each other. So I'm not saying the only way a woman will ever like you, any type of woman will ever like you, is if you just stereotypical fly dress, conventionally attractive dude with bad boy charisma. I'm not saying that's the only archetype that a woman can ever like. But you got to make the shit make sense, cuz on some type of level. Like, she like nerd shit. I like nerd shit, so she might actually like me. Okay, that makes sense. But the old bald 70-year-old dude, and I'm not knocking him, I'm not making fun of him. I'm gonna be old and bald too. But when I'm old and bald or whatever and wrinkly, I'm not gonna think some cute little 23-year-old, and I could be way off because I wasn't looking at the video, so y'all could correct me below. But this still is a message that need to be said. I'm not gonna think that a bitch really like me for me. I'm just gonna pay to play. But yeah, if I'm paying, you're gonna give me a nice experience. Damn it. I know you don't really like me, but you're gonna pretend, bitch, if I'm paying. Let's look at a couple of more minutes of this, man. We're gonna go over to Rumble at some point and do a Kendra G. But let's see what he say.
And this is the first red flag. And I didn't ignore any red flags. I just should have ended it.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
The next day, she actually gets home from work. This is day 2, right, of living together. Gets home from work at like 8 o'clock, which is early, and she goes, I want to go out with my friend.
Come on now, dog.
I didn't want to seem controlling in any way whatsoever. She just like asked me permission, and I said, okay, even though I was a little bit annoyed because, you know, she just moved in.
Come on, man.
This
She
is the
wanted to
cousin.
stay out until like 1, and then I think we agreed. She said she'll be back by midnight, and she got back around midnight that
This
night.
is so
But it was a
crazy.
red flag. After that, the next thing that happened was that she said they had some maintenance work that needed to be done at her shop, and that her and a coworker, they would be staying at the shop all night or until the work was done.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
She would send me pictures of her by the time clock, you know, showing what time it was and that she was actually at work and not doing something else, right?
But see, let me tell y'all something real quick. Anytime a woman want to spend the night, like there is no reason a grown woman, if you live with a woman, which look, you really shouldn't, generally speaking, there's no reason she should be spending the night anywhere ever other than the house y'all share together. Period. If she's trying to spend a night somewhere, she's fucking another person 100% of the time. Not 95, 100% of the time. Now, there are exceptions. Because I know of a situation where I know some women who will like go to their parents and go kick it and spend the night at their parents' house. This and that. Or if you got kids with your woman, she want to take the kids and go spend the night at her parents or something. That makes sense. And you can verify, but well, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. If she like real close with her parents. So it's nuance when it comes to these rules and shit. But other than something like that, there is no reason your woman should be spending the night. Grown ass woman, by the way, should be spending the night at anybody's house other than her house. Anyway, but another thing I want to say real quick. I'm not about to do all this. I'm not. If you gotta keep sending me time stamps in front of the clock and shit, let's just not do this. If I gotta do all that, I'm cool on it. I'm cool on the relationship if I gotta do all that.
Me pictures of her by the time clock, you know, showing what time it was and that she was actually at work and not doing something else, right?
How did they?
Now, I also want to pat myself on the back real quick. I will give my credit. From all the people I've seen that meme on their YouTube channel, I got to be one of the best ones ever in history. Because people don't know. Now, don't get me wrong. I did OD with the meme sometime. And I still do sometimes. But people either use the wrong memes or they use too many memes. It's definitely an art to it. For sure. Definitely an art to it. His timing is right. But he's ODing on the same memes too much, and he's cutting memes in too many times. There's definitely a finesse and art to it. But let's get back into it.
Come on, man.
She would send me pictures of her by the time clock, you know, showing what time it was and that she was actually at work and not doing something else, right?
How did they think that was okay to even put it in the game?
I never met anyone who had to stay overnight at a restaurant at work because maintenance needed to be done.
Wait a minute.
She's getting
And
them.
then I was told that she had to go around an hour away from where I live or we live, hour and 5 minutes
This
away
is
or
so
so to do some
pathetic.
training at a different location. and she would be gone for 2 nights.
Come on now, dog.
And I was really highly suspect of that.
Come on, man.
Dog, highly suspect when she's gone for days at a time. And this is your new Thai girlfriend, the cousin of the one who you fell in love with when you was back home and you was Jones with her. Meanwhile, she's jonesing with her and getting her back cracked by Australian Steve over there, all right? At the same time that she's text messaging you. Now you living with this girl and she's getting them back cracked and rearranged while you tongue kissing her in your crib and in the same format and fashion. Going for days at a time? At what point are you going to put logic in the situation? Or are you just going to continue to get done dirty, my bro? Like, this is so incredible to me. No wonder you have such a negative opinion of, you know, people that go over there and they say have such a good time. I can understand if you went in there with your blinders over your face, right? Like you're a horse running a race with blinders over your face, okay? You go over there and you have that experience. I get why you had such a negative experience. Worldwide.
This, y'all, we got a big problem on our hands, and I don't think we are collectively being honest enough about what's happening right now. I want to talk about baddies, and as someone who does watch baddies, because I am able to disconnect from what is present and happening on that show, and it doesn't impact my spirit like that. This is becoming and is a culture. And it's not just the youth, the kids that are watching this. It's grown-ass women that are mimicking this behavior. I watched a mother post content with her 2 young children. They might have been like 5 and 4 or something along the lines of that. And she actually was talking about baddies. And I think the sister placed one on the brother, something like that. And she was like, you just gonna let that happen? You just gonna take that? And everybody, you know, using language like catching fades, oh, you duck and wreck, all this shit, the bubble skirts, the asses out, the wigs, the poster girl dresses that have been modified and distressed to add the accessories. You have people of all ages that are imitating this behavior and acting out this behavior in their everyday life. You're not going to tell me that young lady that graduated and walked the stage and not just did a split, but busted that shit open like she was on a stripper stage. You're not going to tell me that this is not a part of the consequence of the baddie culture.
You don't got shit to do with baddies. Black women been acting like the bitches on baddies for decades. I mean, granted, baddies is just helping promote it and push it out there and influence more people, but I'm not blaming baddies. That was already happening in reality for decades.
Watching 50, 60 plus year old women online. I've seen several women, and when I'm talking about naked, I mean ass naked, poster girl dresses, all kind of shit.
Okay, we gotta do some research. What the fuck is a poster girl dress? Let's never heard of it. What, bubble skirts? What's a bubble skirt? I think I might know what that is. Hold on. Fucking whores. It's up to us to stop them. We can't blame them. They've always been this. If we ain't gonna put the Mac can down, then what? You know, we can't complain about it, I guess. You say a bubble? What is she
I'm
saying?
gonna be honest, y'all. We got a big problem
Poster
on our
girl
hands, and I
dresses?
don't think we are collectively being honest enough about what's happening right
Bubble
now.
skirts? What the fuck is a bubble skirt? Yeah, what is a poster girl dress? Oh. Oh, okay. Let's see.
I always tell women that y'all be focused on us men, on what we're talking about. But I always ask them, do y'all peek your head into young women's conversations? Are women who consider themselves pretty women? Have you ever sat down and listened to how they talk about regular women, quote unquote, average regular women. And I don't know why women think that men are the problem. Women are way worse.
I feel like what annoys me lately with the culture of like, you know, I want a man to do this and pay for this. Bitch, you don't even look up to par to be talking like that.
Oh.
You do not look up to par to be asking for the things that you are asking for. Like, what are we talking about? It really annoys me so much. Like, baby girl, you got your raggedy ass bonnet on, teeth all over the place, crust in your eyes, crusty ass lips,
crusty ass house.
Like, bro, you don't.
Oh. They cooking with. They know. It is so funny that women like this, they will get on social media and hype women up who may not look the part. Yeah, girl, you go. And the reason why they do that is because they know that woman is no competition. There's literally a woman on TikTok right now going viral. She's hanging out.
And I just can't stop swinging 'cause you're so fine. And I gotta do it. Got to go through.
Everything in the comments, every woman. Oh, girl, you look good. And it's so messed up because they're saying that because they know that this woman is no competition on the dating market.
Good morning. So I don't know if I'm just old, but I just looked up what poster girl outfit is. And those outfits, I thought they were used for like sexy time and for dancers. Like, y'all really going out to Applebee's, to the bank, to the grocery store? You guys are walking in the street in these little fishnet outfits?
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay, let's see what I mean, yeah, inappropriate, but I mean, I'm not shocked. Now, what did she say? A bubble skirt? Let's look at the tutorial, y'all. The dingbat tutorial for bubble skirts. Oh, okay, yeah, I had a feeling that these were modified. Okay, so bubble skirts. Bubble skirts.
Hey, it's me.
I mean, yeah, that's diabolical, man. Diabolical. Is your pussy gonna be hanging out, or yeah, that's crazy. Oh, is it shorts under it? It's still kind of inappropriate. It's still crazy and diabolical. Like, that's crazy.
Because I feel like bubble skirts are already really short and it's nice to have that safety underneath it. The bubble skirt is also going to have some shape by having a yoke as a waistband.
Okay, I mean, yeah, they're always gonna find new, innovative ways to look like whores and prostitutes. What else is new? Um. All right, let's go over the Rumble. Fuck it. Let's go over the Rumble and do a Kendra. Let me drop the Rumble link. Shout out to the 7 people already watching on Rumble. Salute. I just dropped the link. I'll see y'all tonight. If you're not coming over to Rumble, you don't have to sign up for Rumble to watch. All you gotta do is click the link and watch. Let me. Oh, I already been on 2.5 hours. Damn. All right. Let's see. Streaming on Rumble after this. Link below. All right. All right, I'll see y'all over there.